So this is a video response to KindaGayBlog. He actually had a really good video that I was going to do a video on myself. So he talked about the word faggot. So basically, recently, Kobe Bryant called a referee a faggot during a game, and he was fined $100,000 for it. And a lot of people was up in arms about it, especially outsports.com. And I think he gave an apology to that. But the whole premise is the word faggot. Now, in your video, Samuel, you talked about how we give that word too much power, and I agree. I think we do give that word a lot of power, because that word, despite it being ignorant, is just very hurtful and it's hateful. Now, for me, I was called a faggot a lot during elementary and junior high school, and we all know when you're a kid, words hurt, and so those words stuck with you. So a lot of LGBT people were called faggots when they were young people, and that word always just really struck a chord with a lot of gay and lesbian folks. And so for me, I don't like that word, but then again, I have a tendency, and I will admit, I will use that word, jokingly with my other gay friends, or even with my straight friends. I have a tendency to use that word in a joking way, because they'll use it back on me, so I just use it back on them, and so I don't get offended by that. But if someone comes at me with saying the word faggot in a really hateful tone, when I know they mean bad things, like they mean it in a bad way, then of course I'm going to get pissed off by it. Now here on YouTube, I get called a faggot a lot. In my other channel, people leave bad comments, and I chalk it up, I laugh at it, or sometimes I'll go after the hater and put a comment back on them. But the word faggot is going to be here always. People are going to always use it, and you're right. Maybe us as gay people should not let that word affect us too much, because then once people see that word doesn't bother us, then they won't use it as much as ammunition to go at us with that word. But yeah, in a sense, it's like I have a love-hate relationship with that word. When I was younger, I hated it. I still hated it now, but then I come to accept it in a sense as a joking way when I want to joke around with my friends or whatever, especially with my straight male buddies. Like, I'll call them a faggot, just to get underneath their skin, because I know that they won't like that or whatever, or they just think it's silly. But I have a tendency to do that sometimes, just to see how they react to it, because they like to say they like to do name calling to me or to other people, so I want to give them a taste of their own medicine. But I like your video a lot there, because we should challenge ourselves to see whether or not we can use that word and not give it any power to all the haters and all the people out there that want to use it always as in a hurtful way. But that's what I want to really quickly say about that. I do think Kobe Bryant was wrong for saying that. And also, recently in the pro wrestling world, color commentator by the name of Michael Cole, he used the word faggot on Twitter to address another color commentator, and the WWE stepped up and they told Glad about it, and they said they're going to give the guy sensitive training classes. Kobe Bryant was wrong for what he did. It was like the heat of the moment, but still wrong choice of words. But a lot of people use the word faggot, and even in the hip hop community, in the hip hop music in general, people will use the word faggot, and then they'll say, well, it's not about gay people, it's not about sexual orientation, but they use the word faggot to call someone stupid or dumb or weak. And so they'll use that, they'll throw that word around. So we as gay people, I think we should try to use that word and, fight it off and show people that it doesn't affect us, because only if you think of yourself like that, then of course it should affect you in that sense. So that's what I gotta say for now about that. Talk to you later. Peace.